Hi, my name is Mark Castle and I'm from the lovely town of Reading in Berkshire.
My name is Szabi Hegymegi, and I'm from Hungary.
My name is Tremaine McLean. I'm from High Wycombe, born and raised in High Wycombe in Buckinghamshire. I am a teacher by profession. I teach design and technology. I've been teaching for almost 10 years. I know I don't look old enough to be a teacher, and for that length of time that I have.
I am an entrepreneur. I run a small property business that's been going just over a year now. I'm a mentor for kids and anyone who's getting involved in the particular strategies I work with in property.
I've got 2 jobs, but on the side I've got a passion, a hobby what I follow. I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor for mainly professional athletes.
So I have a mentoring and support service called 2HelpUXL, as it is on the t-shirt. And so we're all about inspiring young people to be the best that they can be. So really bring out their full potential is essentially what it is.
My parents were both very loving. That was probably my kind of first thought. Unfortunately, they divorced when I was quite young, which impacted my brother and my sister. I think it probably affected them a bit more than it affected me, but I don't actually have any huge complaints about growing up. Maybe a lack of guidance, a solidified kind of parental guidance. But it was good. I don't recall anything really, truly bad happening. It was, like I said, I was always around love, which is a great thing.
That was phenomenal. Like, I really enjoyed it. I had a fortune. My parents gave me, even they divorced, my parents gave me everything that I just could imagine. They was always there for me. And yeah, I grew up in a small town in Hungary, east side of Hungary, and I really loved it.
I had a really good childhood. So kind of raised quite locally. Going to school, was great. At home, obviously, with my family, my sisters. We had, I've come from a very large kind of family, extended family. My mum is one of 8, my dad is one of 6. So I've got loads of cousins, uncles and aunties, and we've always been very family orientated.
I was a very good student. I was just a normal guy who loved the sports.
What was I like? I was cheeky. I was known as a gentleman at school. I got along with many types of people. So whether it was the geeks or the bad people, I was kind of like in the middle. Sometimes didn't know really where I fit, but I definitely got along with everyone. In terms of how well I didn't do too great. I mean, I was pretty average, in fact, a little bit below average, not because of my capabilities, because I didn't try hard enough.
I was very studious, so I was very good at school. I worked really hard. I got my GCSEs. I was deputy head girl at school. I represented the school on the youth parliament, youth council. I'm very shy. I'm a very shy, introverted person. People don't believe that, but I am.
The people loved me, and also I loved my classmates, my teachers. But I was also at the same time, I was kind of quite a guy who was diligently going into schools and then do his homework. So I was trying to make sure that if I'm in the school, that I'm doing the right things.
I did an access to education course. So I did a bit of work after university as well, played football, and it wasn't until my sister kind of got me around the neck and sort of said, "What are you doing with your life?" And I ended up living with her and my brother-in-law, and she got me into shape and convinced me to go to university. So I did this access course, worked hard and got into university with the access course. Highly recommend doing that course, it's brilliant. But I did that and did a criminology degree for 3 years. Ooh, that's a tough question.
I think as I kind of got older, I kind of got a little bit within myself. And I think what I would change was maybe trying to not be afraid to be myself. not be afraid to be myself and have a voice. And I think I would have sought a mentor quite early on, particularly like when I was doing my A-levels, to kind of help bring out, I saw potential in me and what I could do and achieve. And I feel that if I had someone that could help guide and steer me in certain directions, I would have done a lot more.
I don't regret anything in my life, but if there's anything I would have changed, it probably would have been in my early teens. And I can pinpoint the exact, well, I don't know what the date was, but I remember the exact scenario, and it was, I was the age of 13, I was in a park in where I used to live, and someone offered me a cigarette, and I said yes, and I had it, but everyone else was doing it. I think if I had said no in that situation, a lot of things would have been different for me.
I wouldn't, because everything I've done, it was the right decision when I made it. So I wouldn't change anything. You know, you can look back and say, oh yeah, I would change that, but then it means that you didn't follow your heart. But every time I did something, I've done it from my heart. So I followed my heart, you know. Even when I was playing football, I followed my passion. Even when I joined to that sales team, I followed, you know, the opportunity that I followed my heart, what I felt within my heart. So I wouldn't change anything really. I wouldn't do things differently. It's all done now. It's all good as it was. To learn and to educate yourself and to read books and to work on themselves really. Because that's the only way they can reach their dreams or goals in life. So I would say if you are in a position where you're not just, you can go to school, but outside of the school, if you have a chance to, at home or in somewhere else, in like going to groups or seminars or events, then you just educate yourself, because education is the key.
My advice to young people is to seize every opportunity that is presented and to take risks, to come out of your comfort zones. Because if you stay within your comfort zone, you don't actually stretch, you don't know what you're capable of doing and capable of achieving.
If a young person was in situations of, should I do this or should I not do this? I would say to them, look out for those scenarios and those situations, and they're going to be happening all the time. You know, such as like being down the park with your mates, you know, oh yeah, let's do this, let's throw some eggs, or, you know, whatever, cause some mischief. Should I really be doing it? Is it going to help me in my football career? Is it going to help me with my work? Because some people have aspirations, other people don't, but is it going to be the right thing?
Think about the company that you keep, your circles or people that you're around. Mix with individuals who are at a level where you want to be, because they will actually push you as well to reach those points as well.
Passionate. That's number one. That's the first thing. The second thing is loving. The third thing, it's always number three.
I would say passionate, honest, and dedicated.
I would say a go-getter, very determined and very loyal, I would say.
Caring. I put loving and caring as the same kind of thing, but those are the three things that come to. Is it the first three things that come to mind? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Oh, this is getting deep.
I personally believe that my purpose is to serve others or serve other people in whatever capacity that is. You know, whether it's, you know, helping, it's giving them insights, giving them obviously experiences that I've had, that I've maybe gone through that might help someone else.
It's to add value to people's lives and to add value to the world, to change the world. I believe the saying that you have to be the change, what you want to see in the world. So that's all. When I'm waking up, I think about others, you know, think about my mom, how much she gave me, think about my dad, how much he gave me, think about my family members, think about all the people who matters in my life. And I just want to be there for them, and I just want to give back and make the world to a better place.
To help others, inspire others. Part of who I am is to change my world. I've been through change. I've gone through situations which have not been great, but I've managed to change those situations. So I've managed to change things for myself. If I can create something that is going to help others, or do something that's going to help others, then my life has been fulfilled. If I can leave a legacy that is going to help and inspire others, then fantastic.
My biggest motivator are probably my grandparents, who raised my parents, and they give everything for them. By that, they were able to raise me in the way of they raised me. And yeah, they just, every time I think about them, they always inspire me, even fortunately they're not alive. But yeah, they are my biggest motivator.
So Will Smith is my biggest motivator as an individual. Again, I get him. I see how he talks. I see in his eyes, he talks real. He's my biggest motivator. What motivates me is so I can give as much as I can to other people. And if I can inspire others, if I can give back to the community, if I can make a difference in the world around me or even the world, then that's my biggest motivator.
I would definitely say my biggest motivator is my faith. That's really important to me. My faith and spirituality is important. That's the way I've kind of been brought up and raised, and I think that I hold that kind of dear to me. I would definitely say I had a very special person in my life who unfortunately has passed last year, and he was very much a real inspiration to me in terms of some of the things that he's been through. He saw something in me and was willing to help bring that out. He would challenge me to do certain things, which I really did appreciate, and I think for me that was a real good motivator.